strange case of Jussie Smollett. The strange case of Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett claimed that two burly white guys with ski masks and MAGA hats attacked him in Chicago, Illinois at 2 a.m. at 20 degrees below zero when he walked to a Subway to get a tuna sandwich. Mr. Smollett would have us believe that the two burly white men were trying to take over Chicago, Illinois for Trump. These two MAGA guys were vicious. They would chase away the black, brown, and LGBT people. Investigators used surveillance camera footage, cell phone, bank records, and witness report, including the cooperation of the two men who Smollett allegedly attacked him, to reach the conclusion that the attack on the Empire actors and entertainers was staged. There were many issues raised at the trials. I want to go over some of those issues. Jussie Smollett would be his mother's daughters if the accusation they accused him of was true. The hate crime are up 27% since Trump came into office. Who commit hate crimes? White supremacists committed hate crime against the black, brown, gay, lesbian, transgender male, transgender female. Only Trump voters committed hate crimes. The Black Panther, brown recruit, spider, yellow jacket, gay, lesbian, transgender male, transgender females are victims of hate crime. According to the Department of Homeland Security, white supremacy is the most dangerous domestic threat to America. The MAGA thug poured liquid bleach on Mr. Smollett. Dousing the victim with gasoline is beyond hate crime. The hospital did not treat Mr. Smollett for bleach burns. The hospital did not analyze the liquid. Mr. Smollett was bruised but not broken. Jussie Smollett paid the Nigerian brothers Abimbola and Olabinho Osendero $3,500 for training. The brothers thought that they were paid to attack Mr. Smollett. The two attackers wanted to beat up Mr. Smollett because Mr. Smollett went after 45 hard, not for the money. These two vicious white supremacists ran away from Mr. Smollett because they were afraid of him. The white supremacists thought they were in MAGA countries where Hillary Clinton won 80% of the vote. Jussie Smollett said, "I came hard against 45. This was how they repaid me. They did not want to owe me anything. The MAGA attacker wanted to stop me from attacking 45. Mr. Smollett said that the Osendero brother lured him out by saying he needed 4 eggs for his training. The prosecutor asked, "Why did you describe the men who attacked you as white?" Mr. Smollett responded, "I said they were pale." Mr. Smollett said that he has many sexual relationships with the white supremacists in the MAGA hat. The other white supremacist in the MAGA hat was homophobic. The jury has high expectation of Mr. Smollett because he is a trained actor. Smollett put the news back after he called the cop. The cop said, "Don't tamper with the evidence." There's a video of a rehearsal of the attack the day before. The BLM leader said, "We will never believe the police. We only believe Jussie Smollett." Mr. Smollett fended off two attackers while holding a Subway sandwich in his hand. Osendero brothers fled the country after they attacked Mr. Smollett. The two white supremacists put a noose around Mr. Smollett's neck, which Mr. Smollett wore it proudly like a necktie. The police have the receipt for the noose around Mr. Smollett's neck. Chicago police leaked information like a sieve. The police did not have a clean hand. Racist Chicago Police Department was run by a black man. The Chicago superintendent was a black man. Mr. Smollett did not want to report the incident to the police because he might not be believed. Mr. Smollett perjured himself on the stand. Mr. Smollett has the right to defend himself, but he has no right to lie in the court of law. Mr. Smollett was entitled to his opinion, but he was not entitled to create his own fact. The judge should punish him for that. It is not necessary to have another trial for perjury. Mr. Smollett was found guilty for staging an attack on himself. How did it happen? What is this? Staging an attack on oneself is a crime now? There were many homicides in Chicago, Illinois. Why did the judge want to prosecute a crime where there was no victim? The victim and the perpetrator are the same person. Can a person be a victim and a perpetrator at the same time? There's a lot of violence at Trump rally. Trump likes to see MAGA people fighting each other. Trump loves a good fight. The MAGA extremists are violent. I have to stop those MAGA extremists from fighting each other. Mr. Smollett did not turn over his cell phone to the police because he wanted to protect private information. Why would Mr. Smollett want to be a victim? Mr. Smollett wanted to be a victim so that he could get a raise. Being an unknown actor on Empire was not enough. He wanted to write a book and have his own talk show. The white supremacist judge lunged at Mr. Smollett's defense attorney. The defense attorney asked the judge for a mistrial. The defense attorney said, "We respect the jury verdict, but they were wrong. We will make a fake appeal to the higher court." Mr. Smollett was charged with 16 counts of fourth-degree felony. Kim Foxx dropped all the charges against Mr. Smollett because she cannot prove her case. The Chicago White Police Union had no confidence in Kim Foxx. A judge asked a special prosecutor to look into the case. The special prosecutor, Dan K. Webb, charged Mr. Smollett with 6 counts of fourth-degree felony. After the trial, the jury found Mr. Smollett guilty on 5 of 6 counts of lying to the police. The mass media debated about what happened to Mr. Smollett was a hate crime. Which mass media debated about what happened to Smollett was a hate crime? Jussie Smollett became the victim of disbelief. When there is a view hate crime, no one would believe the victim because Mr. Smollett was a boy who cried wolves. It's about no one else. It's not about race. It's not about the LGBTQ. It's not about MAGA country. It's not about 2 MAGA white burly men. It's not about the white Trump supporter. It's not about Trump Jr. This case is only about the tuna Subway sandwich. The tuna sandwich did not contain tuna, but other fish, chicken, pork, cattle, according to a lab in California. Senator Harris said, "Jussie Smollett is one of the kindest, most gentle human beings I know. I'm praying for his quick recovery." This was an attempted modern-day lynching. No one should have to fear for their life because of their sexuality or color of their skin. We must confront this hate. No one should have to fear for their life to walk to a Subway to get a sandwich at 2 a.m. Senator Harris said, "I'm completely confused. I don't understand. I don't know. The investigation is ongoing. We'll have to wait for the fact." The media, Robert interviewed Jussie Smollett. She helped spread the lies. The story is getting too much attention. The story is only about Jussie Smollett. It's not about the black, brown, LGBTQ, or transgender. It's not about Trump, the white supremacist, hate crime, or Republican. AOC, there is no such thing as racially charged. This attack was not possibly homophobic. It was a racist and homophobic attack. If you don't like what is happening in our country, then work to change it. It is no one's job to water down or sugarcoat the rise of hate crimes. Joe Biden, what happened today to Jussie Smollett must never be tolerated in this country. We must stand up and demand that we no longer give this hate safe harbor, that homophobia and racism have no place in our street and in our heart. We are with you. Bernie Sanders. The racist and homophobic attack on Jussie Smollett is a horrific instance of the surging hostility toward minorities around the country. We must come together to eradicate all forms of bigotry and violence. Rashida Tlaib. When one of the most famous black and gray men in America is not safe, the message is clearer than it has ever been. The dangerous lies spewing from the right wing are killing and hurting our people. Nancy Pelosi. The racist, homophobic attack on Jussie Smollett is an affront to our humanity. No one should be attacked for who they are or whom they love. I pray that Jussie has a speedy recovery and that justice is served. May we all commit to ending this hate once and for all. Cory Booker. The vicious attack on Jussie Smollett was an attempt at modern-day lynching. I am glad he's safe. If you have any questions or comments, write them below.